Welcome to Bob's Radio Cafeteria. You can find me at facebook.com/Bob's Radio Cafeteria or at youtube.com/The Clarences, where you can see all the old interviews. And this interview, this time, I still can't get the intro to that right, is my old friends from St. Paul, Minnesota, Feminine Rhyme. Girls, are you there?
Yes, we're here.
Yay! We got Cobra and Dee. And before we start our interview, let's, of course, let the people know where they can find you on the Internet.
Yeah, you can go to our website at www.femininerhyme.com.
And that's where you can find all the other links, all stuff like that.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff is on there, yeah.
So first of all, you just last year, well, now it's last year because we're in 2016. Can you believe that? You put out an album. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that album, the title, and about the making of it and all that?
Yeah, sure. The latest one that we just recently did, Lady of Lords.
Yep.
And, that one there, we recorded it here in St. Paul. Yeah. And it was really actually a lot more aggressive than our LP. So this is an EP, which is 5 songs, and they're 4 of them are explicit. And we never usually do explicit lyrics, and this time we did. So it's quite interesting and very personal, might I add.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. So a little bit of what would you say? In what way was it personal about what's going on obviously what's going on in your life, but love life or?
Yeah, well, basically a little bit of that, but it was kind of like a mix-up between all of that, the past tense type of person that's no longer in my life or Dee's life. So, yeah, we wanted to basically put that out there because, I'm the type of person, and I think I speak for both of us when I say that, it's like, I don't care, I have to say something. Music is therapeutic. Maybe somebody else can relate to what me and Dee is saying. So that's why we just go ahead and just put it all out there like that on this EP. This was so, oh my God, it's awesome. I really like this one.
I was listening to it. I really like it, and of course you guys are the innovators of the self-created genre called electric. Wait, I always every time because you've been on the show before. You were on when I used to be on radio. You were on my show, and I think I mispronounced it then too. Eclectic pop.
Eclectic, yeah.
Eclectic. One day I'll get it right. How'd you come up with that name? Because it's such a great name.
Well, actually, basically, we kind of just we have a love for all types of music, all different kinds of genres.
Yep.
And so we kind of took it and mixed it up a little bit because it's like a lot of things that, all mixed in. You can have hip-hop, rock, and pop all mixed into one because we're rapping, we sing, so it's eclectic. But the way we write it is in pop, like, verse to chorus. It's not like, rapping and stuff is like a bunch of bars, but we don't usually do that. We write it verse to chorus, so it's in order like pop, and that's where we get the pop from. So that's why we came up with eclectic pop. And we own the trademark, which, I'm so happy about that because not a lot of artists own trademarks to things that they have. So.
No, I can see. Yeah, it has the little R thing, the trademark. Now, before we continue, let's just so people know the difference in the voices. We'll introduce yourselves so we know so people listening will know who's speaking. So, Cobra.
Yes, that's me. I just got them talking.
And Dee.
Yeah, she was doing most of the talking.
Okay.
I'm a motor mouth sometimes. I can be a motor mouth, sorry.
No, nothing to be sorry about. I just want to make sure that people can know the difference of the two voices. And you guys are sisters, and
yes.
It's a really cool thing anytime you see families doing bands because, you would think that, gosh, you spend so much time together. Would there be, how do they get along? But somehow you guys have done it. Now, speaking of family, as I remember from our very first interview, your father is a musician, correct?
Yes. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and can you tell us a little bit about that? Because that's really cool.
Oh, man, it was years ago. They had a band. Him and his brothers had a band years ago, and they used to do, I believe it was jazz and blues and funk. And, yeah. they just did a bunch of different music, different genres of music and stuff, and it's like it's nice to be around that, growing up seeing that, so it's really interesting.
What were they called?
Rotation. The Rotation, something like that.
So cool.
It was so little.
How about? Is there any other people in your family that are musically inclined, or was it just you two?
No, we have a cousin that's like he's doing like really good stuff right now. It's DJ Ruthless Ramsey. Yeah. He does like touring and stuff, and he DJs. And then we got some other family that likes music too, but yeah.
Now you're out of St. Paul, which is right across the river from obviously Minneapolis. What's the music scene like in Minneapolis?
I guess it depends on where you go. There's a lot of places that I've been to. Like if it's not turn up, it's like a lot of rap, a lot of Then other sides is like a mixture of things, like some pop mixed in with different artists. It's like the music scene is not too sexy up here. It's not too sexy up here. It's like it's kind of that's all I have to say. It's meh.
Now, which one of you two, did you guys come up with the band name together, or was it one of you that said, hey, I got a great name for the band?
No, actually, Cobra came up with that name, and she had called me up when I was out, and she's like, dude, what do you think about feminine rhyme? And I was like, oh, man, yeah, that's dope. Yeah, we can use that. But the funny thing about it is she said all that and waited for, like, a good few seconds and said, what does that mean? I actually found the name. I found the name in the dictionary because I read the dictionary and stuff. And, me and Dee, we just do that, to find different words and stuff. That's why our lyrics are just like, wow.
Yeah. It's such a great name, and it actually has a meaning, which is cool if you look it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're kind of like a feminine rhyme. It's in how we look at things in life. It's like we're two different women, but we're looking for the same things, like success in life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So feminine rhyme, like two words that are spelled the same on the end, but they're two different words. It's just feminine rhyme. So that's
that's
unstrict.
So let's go through the songs on Lady of Lords. First of all, who designed the cover of it, which shows a crown, like an old English crown?
Dee did that. Yeah, Dee had designed the cover. She had showed me, she had showed me the cover. I think it was a couple months before we released it, and I'm like, oh wow, dude, I was like, that's awesome. So she's like, yeah, what you think? So yeah.
And what was the title already there? And then you guys were like thinking about, and who came up with the title? And was the title already there? And then it was like, okay, we got to,
Yeah, the title was there, and I believe Cobra did come up with the title of that one. Yeah, and Lady of Lords, basically, I look at it like, there are artists out there that I look at that are, royalty. You know what I mean? There's artists that are like, Eminem, and Dr. Dre and other kind of, just the heavy hitters.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, I like it. And also it spells LOL, so you can almost be, you can be laughing. Hello? Guys, you back? Hello?
Hello, sorry.
No, it's okay, because I can. Don't worry. All this right here, even though this is recording right now, this will all be cut out, so don't worry about it. So just like we were just at the Lady of Lords thing, and I was just saying so I'll just start from there because I'll edit it in. So let's just pretend. Here we go. I'll go into it. And the other cool thing about the title is it says LO. It's the initials LOL. So I don't know. That's just a silly thing.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Let's go through the songs on this EP.
Okay.
But, tell us as much as you want without, you don't have to, you're not tested, be like, tell us exactly what you meant and blah, blah, blah. It's up to you. Okay, first track is I Don't Know Why. Tell me about that song.
Oh, I don't know why. Well, that one is just about life experiences in general. Like sometimes, in life, how things are, we felt like, no matter how hard we tried, something just kept pulling us back to that struggle or whatever. So it was really hard. It was really hard for us for a few years, and it was pretty bad. But yeah.
Yeah, I want to get back to that. Let's go over songs, but I do want to get back to that because I was reading something about that. So after we go through the songs, I'm going to go back and ask you about that. Second song is Breakaway.
Okay. Yeah, that one's very personal because in the lyrics it says something about, I gave my purity away, which is like, that's personal. So that has a lot to do with that. So, yeah, that one right there is for the, you weren't man enough to keep me type thing for the women that have been through something like that. So.
Jerk, whoever you are. Don't test me. And I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying that's a song. Don't test me, girls. Do not test me. So, what about that song?
That song right there is basically for people in the industry in general, like saying, don't, this is just a preview on how good we can get.
Yeah.
It's like that level. Yeah.
I like that. Now, Keep It Shut. And again, I'm not saying that. That's the song title. In case people are listening and they're like, God, he's so rude. He's like telling them don't test them, and now he's telling them to shut up on an interview. The song, Keep It Shut.
Yeah, that one basically, we weren't being too nice. That was about people that just constantly talk crap that they don't know about us, you know what I mean? And deny us and, if you're doing this and that, how come you're not there or this or here, just like, it's a long story, a very, very long story for that. And basically, when we recorded that one, we did not have the lyrics fully, so most of it was like a freestyle.
Really? Wow.
In the studio, yeah. So most of it was a freestyle, just right off the dome.
Wow, that's impressive. And you guys were just like, after, you're like, basically just let it go, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, that's pretty good, let's just keep it? Or did you go back and like, okay, let me fine-tune that? Or did you actually just, is there actual parts in there where it's actually freestyling, and it's like you just left it?
Some of it we left alone, and then some of it we went right back in there and said, kind of, this can lead to a better thought type thing. We were like, yeah, let's go ahead and go back in, and we went back in and kind of changed it a little bit. So,
yeah, that's cool.
Like, it was just one time, one take. Went back the next day, did whatever we had to do, and that was it.
That's sweet. Now the last song, track 5, Subjection.
Yeah. Oh God, I like that one. I love Subjection.
That's a good one. I like that. That's probably my favorite one. I like that one.
Well, nice. Thank you. But that one was actually pretty easy for us because when we go in the studio, we don't usually use lyrics anyway. We just go in, and sometimes we already know, or sometimes things hit us right off the bat, and we just go at it. But Subjection, oh my God, that one right there was probably that was the heavy hitter. That was supposed to be the one we wanted for the radio, but it needs to be edited. So we're probably going to edit that one, the lyrics out of it, the cursing and stuff for major radio. Yeah, that one's really dope. Everybody's talking about that one. So Subjection,
it's a good one.
That beat. I'm like, I know.
I love
it's
it.
hot.
I love that beat. That beat's really great. It's just, I think that's the catch is just that beat. It's just a great, I don't know, sometimes you just hear a song. It could just be whatever the music is or whatever they're saying doesn't matter. It's just the beat. Now, I want to ask you about because you had like you were saying when we were going through each song, you had a thing with, and we don't have to mention the name, but you had a record, signed with a record company in Germany, and that got terminated. And is that some of what you were talking about a few minutes ago, where you guys were going through a little bit of stuff?
Absolutely, yep. Oh yeah, definitely, yep.
We don't have to mention. I mean, it's on your website. If people want, go to femininerhyme.com. FEMININERHYME.com, and then in the home part, in the creators of eclectic pop. Did I say it right again, or did I mess it up?
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah. Woo! I think I overthink that. That's the problem. Yeah, it says the name of it, but we don't have to say it here. Do you want to talk a little bit about that, or do you want to just not even, just like, no thank you?
That's fine, that record label was like, oh my goodness, they violated the contract. We wound up paying for a lot of stuff we weren't supposed to be paying for, and we wound up doing a lot of things, and they weren't telling us how much we were actually making. They kept saying, oh, you're making waves in Germany, people are buying you in India, and London, and we had fans telling us, oh, we're letting our neighbors listen to your music, fans from London and everything. I'm like, okay, where's the money? Yeah. Right. So basically, yeah, we had a lot of feedback from people, but we weren't seeing our royalties. Right. And then we get the the reports, but we never send the raw reports because we're our own management and publisher, so we have to see this stuff. Right. Every time we ask for it, he'd come up with an excuse like, oh, my computer broke down, or this happened, that happened, and we just got tired of it, so we cut the contract. Yeah.
When you cut the contract, was it legally, was it that you were able to do it, or did you have to go?
Oh, yeah, within the contract, it said you could leave when we got ready to. Yeah, we could. Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, good.
Yeah, so it was sad. He's buying houses and different cars and stuff, and we're like, oh, really?
Really? Gee, yeah. Nice. Do you ever ask your father for advice, because your dad's been playing music? Do you ever ask him for advice, or did he give you advice, like, ooh, that doesn't sound too good, or?
No, not really, because we really didn't discuss much about it with my dad, because we were basically on our own, doing our own thing at that time. So yeah, we kind of got a lot further than him and his brothers did musically. Yeah. He wouldn't understand at this point. Yeah, at that point, he'd be, I don't know,
So when you guys record now, and a lot of the songs, there's this. It sounds like a guitar. Is somebody playing guitar, or is that a keyboard with a guitar sound? Like there's this really that deep sound, like whatever the instrument. What is that, and who's playing?
She produced that. It's the Reason software, which we love. Yeah, I like Reason. A lot of people don't like it, but I like Reason. It's what you do with it, basically, because everything in there sounds just as it should. Because
like that.
It was done with the keyboard. But the software, I mean, it sounds. I like the sound of it.
Yeah.
I really like the. Yeah.
It's dark.
I think you really have to be really creative to create things, because a lot of people like using loops, and we don't like doing that. We like to start with blank, clean slate. Everything just start from scratch. Yeah. So that's
And it's very dark. I mean, the album, the EP. Pardon me, I keep saying album, but the EP itself is a very dark EP.
Yeah, it is. It is, and usually a lot of people say that, like, a lot of our music is dark, and that's fine. That's a good thing.
But this one, it makes sense because there's been a lot of dark things that have been happening, so it's understandable that how that happens. Now, you were just explaining about being in the music studio. How does the songwriting happen? Like, let's just take the 5 songs from the newest EP that came out last year. How did that come about? Like, walk me through the songwriting process of you two.
Okay, well, aside to the one where we went in the studio and just was kind of throwing down rhymes, well, the other song, we'll kind of, we write at home. We don't go in the studio and write. We work at home. Mm-hmm. Then when we come up with something, we'll work on it, practice it too, remember it. Then we go in the studio and record. Yeah.
Smart.
Like, sometimes when we're writing, if I'm producing a beat, or I'll let her download the beat, and then I'll go ahead and, sometimes I already have written to it, and I'll tell her, go ahead, you can write whenever, she writes what she writes, I write what I write, but we don't write together. No, we don't. We don't write together. Yeah, we don't write together. We have before, but this one we didn't write together. Like, sit down and try to share ideas. We just kind of went at it when we heard the beat.
And then we brought rhymes or something back to each other and said, what you think about this?
Yeah, because we're always open to say, oh, dude, don't say that, man. That's whack.
Cool. That's cool. That's cool, and I like that. And how about the song titles? Like, how does it come about, the song titles? You guys just, like, one of you just is like, let's call, like, is the song title come first in some of them, or is it you guys just have the beat, you're putting down words, and one of you goes like, let's just call it this, and then we'll have a chorus that says that? Like, how does that come about?
Well, sometimes they can fall that way. Sometimes they'll say, okay, well, we'll name a song and write it, but sometimes the song will come together, and then we'll just let the song tell the story for the title.
Yeah, sometimes it's best when it happens naturally. I think the titles are much better when it just happens naturally.
Right, I like that. Now, speaking of record labels, we were speaking about, you actually have your own label now. It's called, now let's see, here we go, the famous, try to pronounce this, let me see if I can do it, Refame Records?
Rephaim Records.
Jesus.
I don't think it's not for it, but Rephaim actually in Hebrew means giant.
Oh, I like that. Ooh, cool, Raphaim. Yes, the girls. We've known each other for a while, and we both care about each other. But now they're learning, like, we love Bob, but we're just not going to let him pronounce anything anymore.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Now, how did you come up with that title, and what is it, and how does it feel that now it's your own label like that?
Oh wow, it's awesome. Actually, it's the best way to go, But
yeah.
The title, we came up with the title because we study Hebrew, and we're studying it more and more because it's a beautiful language. And
why? What led you guys into studying that?
Well, I guess basically the way my beliefs in God and stuff is His chosen people are the people of Israel. To me,
we studied a lot about Israel and stuff, and it kind of fell into that place.
We're like, we should learn this language. It's a beautiful language, It's such a beautiful language.
And so that's how the title, you came up with the name. He's like, that sounds.
Yeah, we were like, what kind of record label name is like something that's, and nothing is more giant than a Rephaim. If someone looks up what Rephaim are, go look it up. I mean, you can't get bigger than that.
I love it. It's like, if you're gonna do it, just go for it.
Right.
Let's see right here in the Hebrew Bible and other non-Jewish ancient texts from the region, the Northwest Semitic term Raphael. Oh, this is Raphael. Raphaim refers either to a race of giants or to dead ancestors who are residents of the netherworld. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Is there something you girls want to tell? Do you know about something? Is there things you want to tell me about this? It's like, do you know about the land of giants? No, it's kind of cool. Actually, there's a
it's all it's a long story, man. We'll sit down and talk sometime.
Hey, do you want to speak some Hebrew? How often do you get a chance to speak Hebrew in an interview? Do you want to say anything in Hebrew right now? Put you on the spot. Hello? Hello? Hi, guys?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man.
I don't know. Don't worry about it. All right, so I'll start right from the. It's still again. I'll edit this. This is right from the parts. So, do you guys want to say something in Hebrew?
While we're still learning, I would love to say shalom to everyone, though.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a classic one.
Mazel tov.
We know that one. let's talk about influences, because you guys have such a great variety of influences, and I know of them, but I want people to hear about them. So why don't you name some of your musical influences?
There's not very many of them, but I'm sorry. I got the tattoos. I would have to say Eminem is one of my biggest, because I got the tattoos. That's my baby. I would say Beastie Boys, NWA.
Yep.
Man, Amy Winehouse, she
was awesome. She was great.
Nirvana,
right? Wasn't Nirvana one of your...
Gotta know it.
Kurt Cobain, just loved him.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool that he would share the same birthday as me if he was still here.
Yeah, he would, yeah. Dee's birthday, February 20th, like Kurt Cobain's birthday was.
I like the tip of the hat to the Beastie Boys with that on your Google Plus you have the Boys, the feminine rhyme Beastie Boys, which actually they got from Barry White. Barry White actually had that design first on one of his, I think it was one of his greatest hits albums, and then they took it and made it the Beastie, the one, like the triangle one and the from Lake Hill. Yeah, it's cool. Do you guys ever think about doing a cover? Like, have you ever thought, like, hey, let's do a feminine rhyme version of a song from one of these artists that you love so much, like Eminem or Beasties or Nirvana or whatever, or Amy Winehouse?
Oh, wow. It would be cool to do that. I never thought about it. That would be cool, though. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, like a Nirvana one. That would be really, really cool. I don't know. That's something to think about. So do you have okay, what's next on the agenda? You have the EP out. Do you guys have a lot of other songs in the can right now that are just sitting and waiting then you're going to put out on the next EP, or did you just say, okay, we're recording these 5 songs, that's it, or is there other songs that have already been recorded and are done?
Well, actually, there's none that's recorded, but there's some that we have already written and we know, and some that didn't make it to a previous LP, EP. But we're working on the Feminine Rhyme LP, which is going to be a full-length album. We're working on this. We want that to be released this year or sometime this year. Yeah.
So it's not going to be the songs. It's not going to be like the songs from the EP. It's going to be all new songs.
Yeah, whole new book.
This is like how many albums you guys have now? EPs and albums. You have quite a few.
I think 7.
I believe it is 7 now. Yeah. I think 7.
Wow. You want to? Why don't you name them so people can know what they're called and look for them?
Oh my God, we do have them on our history page. If I can think right off the bat, let me think.
All right, hold on. Let me go to it. Now we're going to play. Can they name their albums on Bob's Radio Cafeteria? Feminine Rhyme. I've got them right in front of me right now. Here we go.
Wonderful.
Okay. You don't have to do them in order, but if you get them in chronological order, you get extra points. Okay, here we go. Starting now. Name your 6 albums besides the one that just came out.
Okay. Well, there was the Controversy, yeah.
Yep.
Sacrifice, Ambition.
Yep.
Die Another Day came out.
Yep.
Women in Machines came out. Then we had a remix CD that was done by the DJ guy. That DJ guy used to know.
Then and Now.
Yeah. What is it? The Then and Now. Yeah, that was Then and Now. And then the. Oh my God.
You guys are like, oh yeah, that album. That's right. That one, yeah. You got 2 more you haven't mentioned. 2 more.
Oh my God.
We said Women in Machines.
Wait a minute. Then
you got Women in Machines. You got 1 more. 1 more. Can they do it? There's time running out. They've got 10 seconds to win $100,000 here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria.
Oh my God, it was 1 more. What the hell? Is that the one we just came out with, you're saying?
Yeah, Sacrifice.
We did say Sacrifice.
Oh, you did say it. Oh, sorry. Never. Okay, you've named them all. There you go. Now, you have to name every song on every album in chrono. I'm just kidding.
Wow, that would be so.
Hey, have you ever? Let me ask each one of you. Of both of you, of those, let's just say, of course you're going to love your newest album, but let's just say of those 6 albums, which one is your favorite of those prior 6 albums? And this question is for both of you, separately, and then a song from each one of those. Or just do albums.
Which one?
Yeah.
Lord, I don't know. I love the new one, and then there's several tracks on Women and Machines that I really like a lot.
I like that cover. That's my favorite. I'm sorry, I just love that cover.
Oh,
I remember Ambition. I think that's the one when I first interviewed you. I think I played some stuff from Ambition because that's familiar. Yeah, I like it. So so you have an album? Do you have a song, album title, or do you know when roughly you would like to, when you would like to? Because that's what I've learned is never to ask musicians when it's coming out. Just say when would you like it to come out. So do you have a song title, and when would you like it to come out?
Oh goodness, I don't know. It could be like summer. It could be fall.
Yeah, it could be spring. We do have a song title for the song we're working on right now too. Yeah.
Ooh, do you want to share that or no?
Oh no.
No pressure. Do you guys play any instruments besides? I mean, obviously keyboards. Does either one of you play any other instruments?
I'm actually gonna start picking back up guitar again because I used to play when I was little.
Cool.
He used to play bass, so we're gonna pick up our instruments. So I think that's when the Nirvana cover's coming. When we play instruments.
There it is. I see it right. Hey, what instrument did your father play?
Oh wow, he played drums,
drums, bass, and
guitar a little bit.
Yeah, and guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought about having collaborating with your brother or your father on a song?
Actually, I've wanted to do a song with my dad before when I was younger, but I don't know now. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
What happens?
We'll see that. So things to look forward to in 2016: an album, a possible Nirvana cover, which I think would be really cool, a collaboration with your DJ brother, and maybe a collaboration with your. Does your father still play, or does he doesn't play at all anymore? Hello? Hello?
Oh my
Hello?
God.
It's never happened before. This has never happened before. I don't know what's going on. Okay, I was just saying, like, does your father still play instruments, or is he giving that up?
Actually, no.
I don't think he really gave it up. It's just he hasn't really sat down with an instrument in years, though.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So there you go. Can you borrow his guitar and bass and learn from and borrow to practice on? There you go.
We're about to go buy some.
Yeah, we're gonna buy them. They're 70s old. That's fine. It's okay. And one thing that's special, my mom, that she's passed now, but my mother, she played piano.
Oh.
And she actually seen me playing my guitar when I was 12 years old. She said, you played that like Jimi Hendrix.
Wow.
Jesus
Christ, that's a.
I'm left-handed and I play play the right-hand guitar upside down. So I learned how to play
just like Jimi Hendrix, and just like Kurt Cobain too. He did the same. I think he did the same thing on some guitar because he was left-handed and would play like. Yeah. There's a whole thing.
Left-handed like Kurt, and we share the same birthday.
Yeah, and when he was left-handed, my future husband's left-handed.
There you go. And my daughter was born a week before Kurt and Courtney's daughter, Frances Bean. So there you go. There's a whole. Now it's definite. You guys are doing a Nirvana cover. You just got to figure out which one. Maybe Lithium. Lithium. There you go.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
It would. I could totally hear you guys doing that. That's the thing. I'm not just saying this. Like, it'd be really something really cool. Okay, so wrapping up here. Guys calling from St. Paul. Is it freezing cold there right now, or how's the weather?
Oh, it's cold, and it's getting colder. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty soon we're gonna feel like we're in the mountains or something like that.
Well, you guys are you're getting that. I mean, that's what notorious Minnesota. but that's where you're from, and it's obviously right across the river. Minneapolis launched many famous people, of course Prince, but a lot of other people. I think, and I can't think of any right now, but there are some. Believe me. No, I know there is. I just can't. Oh, Husker Du, a bunch of bands. So. With that, it's always great to hear from you guys because, last time I interviewed you was a couple years ago. So now we know we're back where Feminine Rhyme is, and it's great to have you guys back on Bob's Radio Cafeteria. Now, one last time, why don't you tell people where they can find you on the Internet?
Okay, you can go to femininerhyme.com, FEMININERHYME.com. And if anybody does not buy Lady of the Lord, I will be under your bed.
That's right. Wait a minute. That's not a threat. That's a great thing. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm not going to buy a copy then. You're going to be under the bed? Okay, I'm not buying a copy. Now every guy in America is like, okay, screw it. She won't be under your bed. That's what she.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so gentlemen and some ladies, gentlemen, if you don't buy a copy, she will not be under your bed. But I'm not saying though that if she do, she will.
I won't. The person won't bite.
Yeah. Ladies, always great to talk to both of you. Love you both to death, and I always support you guys, and I want everyone else out there to support you guys. Feminine Rhyme from St. Paul, Minnesota. Thank you so much, girls.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Bob's Radio Cafeteria. Of course, you can find me Facebook.com/Bob's Radio Cafeteria. And all of my prior interviews are on YouTube.com/TheClarences. And, of course, FeminineRhyme.com, where you can find them. And I'll see you in the next interview. That's it for this edition of Bob's Radio Cafeteria. Bye.